Stop what you are doing right now. That promotion you're waiting for, that door that won't open. Heaven has just intervened. What you are about to hear is not a message, it's an instruction. If there is noise around you, let the silence settle. If there is someone near you, this moment is not for them. It is for you. You have honored your journey. You sent out resumes that were never answered. You maintained excellence in a job that didn't see you. Where others would have given up, you, chosen one, remained faithful, and heaven saw. This morning, a decision was made in a room you did not enter. A document with your name was placed on a desk of power by a hand that was not human. You are not watching this video by chance. The algorithm did not bring you here. What brought you here was a divine alignment, preparing the ground for the news that is already on its way. Your mind replays the same question at 3 in the morning. What did I do wrong? Your body feels the weight of an armor you can't take off, not even at Sunday dinner. The money comes in, but it disappears, slipping through cracks you can't identify. You feel like an expert in a language no one else speaks. It's the pain of being excellent in secret, of having the key and watching the door remain locked. There is one thing I am going to put in your hands before this message closes, something that Solomon left on record for the child of God, who needs to get through the long wait for recognition, and that fits in your pocket. It is not a book to study, it is an instrument to bear the weight of what you carry. I will come back to this. For now, just hold that. You watch others, less qualified, receiving the opportunities that should be yours. Your child's innocent question, "Dad, are you happy at work?" hurts like a knife because the honest answer is too heavy. It is the loneliness of one who knows their own worth, but sees it as invisible to the world. And on that very subject, on this feeling of professional invisibility, I have already left the instrument waiting for you in the first pinned comment. If you need to leave before the end, it is there. But stay, because the Hebrew name for what is happening to you has not yet been spoken. Have you ever felt that this stagnation in your career is not just human, but spiritual? What if this pattern of being overlooked is a sign that there is a battle against the purpose God has placed on your life? It was in seeking answers to this that I found this digital guide called the Solomon Code. This guide is not just a reading, it is a key to spiritual understanding, a tool made for those who wish to see beyond appearances, to stop treating the lack of recognition as simple bad luck, and to understand why the spirit of forgetfulness rises with such force against those who carry a mark of God. Many chosen ones here on the channel have already felt the call of the code, but have not yet made the decision to download the digital guide. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. If you are one of the first to download it, come back here and write Amen. This will be your act of faith. And this very day, God may show you the reason why forgetfulness has risen up against your life. There are 5 signs that you are under an attack of spiritual forgetfulness and not just professional bad luck. The first is invisible excellence. You produce your best work, solve complex problems, but when it's time for the reward, your name is not remembered. What seems like human injustice is, in fact, a cloak of invisibility that the adversary casts to make you believe your effort is in vain. The second is sowing fatigue. You feel exhausted not from the work, but from the absence of a harvest. Every project, every idea, seems like a seed thrown on barren ground. What seems like burnout is a tactic to convince you to stop planting, just before the rain comes. The third is the echo of the postponed promise. You hear promises of promotion, of a raise, of recognition, but they never materialize. They echo in the hallway, but never enter your office. And regarding that scene, your boss's door closing after another vague promise, I have already left the instrument waiting for you in the first pinned comment. If you need to leave before the end, it is there. But stay, because the Hebrew name for what is happening to you has not yet been spoken. The fourth sign is strategic isolation. You find yourself being subtly pushed away from important meetings, from decisive conversations. What seems like simple office dynamics is the adversary moving you to the periphery, where your voice cannot influence the future. The fifth sign is the loss of professional identity. You begin to doubt your own talent, to wonder if you are really as good as you thought. What seems like a crisis of confidence is the ultimate goal of the attack, to make you forget who you are. Today, I want to give you a practical tool, the inventory of Joseph, based on Genesis 50:20. Take a sheet of paper. List 3 injustices or evils you have suffered in your career: a denied promotion, a stolen project, an unacknowledged contribution. Next to each one, write the phrase, "But God meant it for good too," and then force yourself to complete the sentence. For example, I was passed over for that promotion, but God meant it for good, so that I would develop resilience and learn to depend on His provision, not the approval of men. This shifts your perspective from that of a victim to that of a strategist who sees God's hand in every move. And if you are feeling at this moment that this is exactly what you need, even before I continue, place your thumb now on the link in the first pinned comment. Don't click yet, just place your thumb. Feel the weight of the decision before you make the decision. This guide is not a method to do more, it is an instrument to endure more. It does not train you, it covers you. And next Monday morning, opening your work email arrives sooner than you think, and it comes with 2 seals for your home, not for your performance. The first seal is the ritual of the righteous one's sleep. It's an audio. You don't read, you lie down. And what you used to call insomnia, today you will call an unsealed watch, and you will learn to seal the night with the right name, in the right order, in the right voice. The second seal is the awakening of clarity, the 7 morning decrees, 7 short phrases, 1 for each morning of the week, so that you no longer wake up without an identity, so that you go through the first hour of the day with the posture of one who has been sent, not one who has been run over. You have a 7-day unconditional guarantee to use it and feel it. 7 full days. If in 7 days the instrument has not touched what needs to be touched in you, if the clarity has not come, you send an email and get your money back. No questions, no justifications. And the 2 seals, the ritual and the decrees, stay with you even if you return it. They are yours unconditionally, but I need to be direct with you. The real risk is not spending less than 2 coffees. The real risk is that next Monday arrives and you are still empty-handed, opening the same email with the same feeling of being forgotten. That is the risk that has a face. And it is about that face that I need to speak with you now. And maybe you are asking yourself some questions now that deserve an answer. What if this opportunity is just another disappointment? The difference is that now you enter with an instrument of discernment, not with blind hope. How can I trust that this time will be different? Because the change does not come from your boss, but from your spiritual posture. You are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. Am I not too old for this career turn now? Age is irrelevant in God's time. Joseph became governor at 30. Moses freed the people at 80. God's time is now. A 45-year-old IT analyst, ignored for promotions for a decade, started using the guide. In the first week, using the awakening of clarity, she said she stopped feeling invisible. The sentence she sent me: I realized I was waiting for them to choose me, when I was the one who had to position myself as the chosen one. A 38-year-old mother, trying to return to the job market, felt her time had passed. Her sentence: the guide reminded me that my value was not in my resume, but in my identity. 3 weeks later, I received an offer for a position that didn't even exist. A young 26-year-old designer saw his ideas constantly being stolen. His sentence: I learned to seal my strategies in prayer before presenting them. Guess what? At the next meeting, the director said, I want to hear your opinion first. Perhaps in 3 hours you will be lying in bed again, with the image of that job opening in your head, remembering that you saw this video and still did not reach out. Perhaps next Monday, when you open your email, the feeling of invisibility will weigh even more heavily. And the cycle continues to arrive with the same alarm clock, with the same coffee, with the same closing door. The link is in the first pinned comment. Pinned for you, not for everyone. For you, who need to get through next Monday with the instrument in hand, click now. And when you do that, you are not buying a book. You are accepting an instrument that Solomon prepared for your ordinary day. And what you will understand next, when you hear the Hebrew word that is coming now, will change the way you read everything that has happened so far. The Hebrew word that defines exactly what is happening to you is moed. Pronounce it with me in a low voice wherever you are. Moed. Moed means appointed time or set meeting. It is not just the time on the clock, but a divinely designated moment in God's calendar for a specific event to happen. Your waiting is not forgetfulness, it is preparation for your moed. It is not just a translation, it is a word that describes a state of divine readiness. And when you hear this word, something inside you calms down, because it was already happening inside you. You just didn't have a name for it. And about this word it is written in Psalm 4 verse 8, "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." The story of Joseph in Egypt is your story. He was talented, faithful, but he was betrayed and forgotten in prison. Joseph's concrete problem was invisibility, the feeling that his ability would die with him in that hole. The instrument he used was his unshakable faith that God was with him, even in injustice. The operation of that instrument was interpreting dreams, using his gift, even when there was no apparent reward. The turning point happened at the Moed, at the appointed time, when Pharaoh had a dream that no one could interpret. The chief cupbearer, who had forgotten him for 2 years, remembered him. In one day, Joseph went from prison to the palace, and what Joseph had to improvise in prison, you can now do with a guide in hand. The instrument that Solomon left on record is the same one that is waiting for you in the first pinned comment. Let me stop for a minute and put everything into simple words. Fact 1. There is a spirit of professional forgetfulness that attacks the chosen ones. Fact 2. It does this by making you invisible and convincing you to doubt your own worth. Fact 3. Joseph was the target of this same attack. Fact 4. Your hesitation, which you call prudence, is exactly what this spirit needs to convince you to give up next Monday. There are 3 types of calling being tested now. The first is the guardian of excellence, the one who maintains an impeccable standard even without recognition. The adversary attacks him with invisibility. The second is the sower in the desert, who invests talent in projects that seem barren, being attacked by the feeling of waste. The third is the architect of silent solutions, who solves problems behind the scenes without receiving credit, being attacked by the theft of authorship. If one of these 3 names resonated more strongly with you, write the number below in the comments. 1, 2, or 3. About your type, heaven has already sealed 3 names. The first is King Strategist, the one who prepares solutions before the problem is known. Solomon's instrument teaches you to protect your strategies. The second is Bearer of the Prison Key, the one who creates exits where everyone sees walls. The third is Heir of the Appointed Time, the one who has learned to rest in the certainty of his hour. And these 3 weapons alone are a memory. With the instrument, they become a covering. And what's more, there are 4 portals beyond these 3 that I cannot open here. Each one needs its own page. The guide delivers them. But there is one last obstacle, the fear of seeming ungrateful. The voice that says that accepting an instrument is to doubt God. That is false piety. It is pride dressed in humility. God does not give you strength so that you can refuse the weapons that He Himself has forged. Now, close your eyes, place your right hand on your chest and repeat with me in a low voice, "Father, I give you the weariness. I release myself from the fear of seeming ungrateful. My urgency is my gratitude. And I now receive the 3 names that have been sealed upon me: King Strategist, Bearer of the Prison Key, Heir of the Appointed Time." And before the voice that comes now, listen. The intensity of what you have been through is not proof that something is wrong. It is proof that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. If this resonates with you, write below, "I receive the turnaround." And now the Father's voice. Listen. Son, daughter, I have seen you. I saw you in that silent meeting. I have never lost sight of you. Your name is engraved on the palms of my hands. The chair is yours. You have permission to receive what you have not earned. You have permission to occupy the chair without having to justify. You have permission to let the version of you that needed to suffer, to feel worthy, die. Solomon did not prepare this instrument for one who is already ready. He prepared it for one who is tired, and the one who is tired is you now. I now extend my hand toward your house and decree a covering of ceiling over your work desk so that your ideas may be protected. I declare a covering over your children and your spouse, that they may see the honor that is coming upon you. And I decree a covering over your hands, that everything they touch may prosper. You are committed, you are commissioned, you are sent. You are committed, you are commissioned, you are sent. You are committed, you are commissioned, you are sent. Walk with me into a room. There is a long table, people you love, and there is an empty chair near the head of the table. Your form is carved into it. Solomon is at the head of the table and nods. We were waiting for you. The chair has always been yours. Sit in that. Now you can say Amen. The Solomon Code is waiting for you in the first pinned comment with the ritual of sleep and the 7 morning decrees for less than 2 coffees, because an heir of the appointed time without a covering rots next Monday, and the adversary is counting on next Monday. It is not an expense, it is an instrument. With a 7-day guarantee, the risk is ours, the hand is yours. Click now, while the decree is still alive in your chest, not tomorrow. Because he who leaves for later, leaves for never. In the next 3 hours, he will speak inside you. It's too good to be true. Are you going to spend money on this? Maybe it's better to wait. You're not qualified enough. If it were meant to happen, it would have happened already. 5 waves. Today, now, before next Monday, not later, today. And Solomon will sustain you. Think of a specific person who is silent, faithful, being attacked in the same way. Send them this video, they are waiting. If you have gone through this video to the end, comment below, Amen received. It is done. What was delivered here has been delivered. You are not the same person. You are deeply loved. You have never been forgotten. The chair is yours and so it is sealed. Next Monday.